Hello everyone, my name is DimitriusMac and welcome back to another episode of What Kind of Shit Is That? Now for those of you who are tuning in for this for the very first time, let me take a quick second to explain what this series is all about and what I do here. Now, this is my series on the channel where I talk about myself, YouTube, video games, things in pop culture, anything under the sun, and I pretty much poke fun at it. And with the holiday season, it's basically here now because Halloween is tomorrow. And folks, I decided to do something a little bit fun. I decided, as you guys read in the title of this video, go over the top 10 most popular Halloween costumes of 2017. Now, obviously, if you have already looked up the top 10 Halloween costumes of 2017, or you have a hint at what they are, then this video is going to be no fun for you. It's going to be no fun. This is a video, folks, for people who want to know, who want to play this game that I'm going to present before you guys, a guessing game of can you guys guess the top 10 Halloween costumes of 2017 without using Google, because one, that's cheating, and who wants to cheat and take the fun out of this? You know, this is a fun way to do something like this. I want to do something in the Halloween spirit because as for me, on actual Halloween, I will literally be in a play during most of the Halloween festivities, so I will not really get to experience much of Halloween. So I decided, you know, I got to do something for the holidays. Now, the game's very simple. It's a very simple guessing game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all 10 of the costumes on the list. However, I'm not going to give them to you in the exact order that they appear, 1 through 10 on Frightgeist. Which is, by the way, for those of you who do not know what Frightgeist is the Google analytic that basically takes in the Google searches for people searching for something on a Halloween costume, and it takes that and it crunches the numbers and it makes a national database of how many times that was searched this year. And that's how they came up with this list. And also there's a local one too that can help you out with that if for whatever reason you want to find out what people are dressing up as locally. So I think that is really cool, and I think it's a really cool thing that Google did. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the list that they made, but I'm going to be jumbling up, folks. I'm going to be going what's on the list, but I'm not going to be telling you folks what in particular order they are. And then after I list everything, I'm going to give you guys a quick moment to decipher how you want to put this thing together and see if you guys can get it right. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first Halloween costume that we are going to be revealing is in fact the simple zombie, or the not so simple zombie, folks. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think it's that much of a simple thing, because I feel you can go as a simple zombie, as a complex zombie. You know, there's men and women zombies, and so I feel like it's no surprise that this is on the list. I mean, it's kind of the old traditional classic. You know, zombies go back to the beginning of horror and, you know, our history. So I feel like this is something that is not too out of the ordinary. So zombies being on the list does not faze me at all, or does not confuse me in any way, shape, or form. Now this next one is kind of a bit different. I'm going to go and say out on a limb. This is just I feel like it's popular because, once again, it is another unisex type of costume, and that happens to be the unicorn. You can go as a badass male unicorn, you can go as a badass female unicorn. It's just a costume that I feel like people generally enjoy, so this being on the list is also not very surprising, but it's kind of a bit weird just for me personally, but you know, at the end of the day, it's truly not surprising. For the next costume, we have the simple mouse. I mean, it's just a mouse. You know, people search mouse uniforms. Again, this is a wide variety of something that you can just put. You can be a very complex mouse. You can be a very simple mouse. It's a mouse, for Christ's sake. It's very simple. It's easy I feel like it's an easy costume. You can do a lot of DIYs, do-it-yourself type costumes, and I feel like it's something that a lot of people just out there enjoy to do because it's simple and it's quick, and I feel like it's a good last-minute type outfit. So the next item on the list happens to be Dinosaur, which some of you might be just scratching your head like, like really, Dinosaur made like top 10? Well, yes, you got to imagine that, you know, parents are dressing up their kids as cute dinosaurs. And I feel like a lot of people have been dressing up in those like T-Rex type outfits. I feel like those have been getting really popular as of late, not just for Halloween, but just for pop culture generally. So this is, to me, making the top 10 list is a bit surprising, but it's not over at the top to me. Now, sometimes uniforms or costumes, they're heavily influenced by a recent movie, something in the TV show, and this next one is no exemption to that. And that happens to be clowns. And of course, clowns were trending last year. I mean, when are clowns not trending, right? I mean, I feel like clowns are trending every single year. But of course, you just had the new movie It come out, so people, of course, are going to be wanting to dress up, themselves as It. And in some cases, some children have been dressed up in It. I don't know why in God's name you do that, but definitely clown is up there. So that that is definitely no surprise to me. For our next costume, we have Rabbit. And much like the mouse, a rabbit is a rabbit. I mean, you just put on bunny ears, a little poofy bunny tail, whatever. It's fairly simple. It's easy. I mean, you can just do it in a few seconds and it's done. It's a rabbit. We have yet another movie influence, although you could argue that it's other things that influence this as well. But the next costume on the list is Wonder Woman. And of course, they had the very big hit. The Wonder Woman movie came out earlier this year. It was very popular. It was something that a lot of people were invested in. And a lot of people felt like they did a good job getting the character right. So it's no surprise that this costume is taking off. Going back to, I want to say the traditional classics, pirates, you know, dressing up as Blackbeard, as whoever, Captain Jack Sparrow, you know, this is another classic, I feel like, and I feel like it can't be really a shock to a lot of people that pirates are on here. I mean, I feel like a lot of kids dress up as pirates more than anybody else, but this being on the list is definitely far from being a surprise to me. Now, I will admit, this has to be the biggest surprise to me, simply because I feel like this is something that a lot of people wouldn't expect to carry on over. I feel like it was much more of a trend type thing. But the next item, the next costume happens to be Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn is definitely from the Suicide Squad movie. It's heavily influenced from that from last year. I imagine it was top 10 last year. And this year, it's still carrying on. It's still top 10 nationally in the United States of America. And that's crazy to me. That this costume has carried over so much. But to me, you know, hey, it is what it is. But yes, this is a top 10 search for costume in 2017, even though this movie came out in 2016. Now, for our final item on the list, we have the ultimate classics of classics of classics. And you might be able to guess before the words even come out of my mouth, Witch. All right, I mean, Witch is about as classic as it gets. You know, it's something that I feel like you see 3 or 4 of them every single block if you're going up and down, you know, your block trick-or-treating. So there will never be a shortage on witches, all right? And because of that fact alone, it's going to be on the top 10 list. I feel like it's going to be on the top 10 list every year, like no matter what. Now, it can go up and down, you know, where it, you know, resides in popularity, but as in terms of it ever leaving the top 10 list, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Now that I've compiled everything for you folks, I'm going to give you guys a quick second to gather yourself, take in all the information, folks, and you guys can just make yourselves, you can go back, you can squeeze all the information into your brain and try and make a guess, or you can just wait until the next segment, folks, when I'm going to be going over and see and cross them off in your mind. If you wrote them down, that's fine as well, to see if you guys got this and if you guessed right. So I will give you guys a short break so you guys can get your stuff together, and I will be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your intermission. I hope you got your list down. I hope you are ready for this, because we are about to list the top 10 costumes of 2017, starting with number 10. The number 10 most popular United States Halloween costume of 2017 is the Dinosaur. Yes, the Dinosaur. I know. Now, I may have given some hints as to like, okay, this guy, you know, I'm a little bit surprised that he was here, so I hope I didn't really give it away here. But yes, the Dinosaur is coming in at number 10. This is kind of a surprise. I feel like he just squeaked in. I feel like there's a bunch of people that could be there, that could move up or move down. But as of right now, as me recording this, the Dinosaur sits at number 10. Coming in at number 9, folks, we have the Zombie. Now, the Zombie here is kind of a bit low. Because, you know, I feel like with shows like The Walking Dead influencing something like this, I thought it might be a lot higher. But it turns out, no, that Zombies is only number 9 on the list. So go figure. I feel like that screwed over a bunch of lists already. So if you're still in the game, kudos to you. Sitting at number 8 is the Pirate. Now, this is a classic, and I feel like it ranges between, you know, high and low every year. You know, I feel like it would range like between top 3 and top 8 or whatever between each and every year. But no surprise here, so that's sitting at number 8. I feel like that's a decent spot for the pirate. I don't know if many of you out there guessed that it was going to be at number 8, but I feel like is also an equal amount of chance that you did, because I don't think a lot of people would be putting it, based off the stuff that based off the list this year, I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't put it any higher than 5. But if you did, then oh boy, you were way the hell off. At number 7 is the mouse. Simple, basic mouse. Sitting in at number 7. That's all I gotta say. Mouse is 7. At number 6, folks, is the witch. Now, this is a little bit low for me. I feel like there, you know, I was talking all that crap about the witches being in there at 3 and 4. But it turns out that, you know, they're not even top 5 this year. And I feel like, you know, now that you're getting your brain, you're like, oh God, I think I know what's coming. But do you? Do you really know what's coming? But we still have 5 more to go over, folks. The top 5 are coming at you next. Which sits at number 6. God, that is a tongue twister. At number 5 is Rabbit. Yeah, Rabbit. Beat out Witch, Pirate, bunch of stuff. Yeah, a Rabbit. Again, it's something that's very simple. And I didn't see something like this, as simple as a costume like this, maybe making top 5, maybe? I mean, I thought it would be in the bottom half, but I was surprised to see that it was at top 5. So go figure, the Rabbit is number 5. Ooh, we're getting down to the top 4 here. The top 4 coming in at number 4, folks, is Unicorn. Now, the Unicorn, I said, you know, I feel like it's a very popular, like, party type, like, you know, costume that people would go as. And it sits at number 4. It's number 4. I mean, that's a lot of goddamn unicorns out there. It's top 3 time, folks. It's top 3 time. You know what that means. And if you're compiling of what the 3 we have left, you're like, goodness gosh. I'm assuming a lot of you got this top 3. Maybe not necessarily in the same order, but the 3 that are left, I'm assuming a lot of you got it, like in some order of the top 3. So sitting at number 3 is the Clown. And this isn't surprising to me. Like I said, they just had a very popular horror movie that just came out. Clowns are clowns. People are people. They're gonna mesh when they can, and they're just gonna create just absolutely God knows what. You know, clowns are popular, and they can also be scary and terrifying as well. And we know this, and it's Halloween, so of course people are gonna want to take full advantage of that. Top 2 time, folks. There's only 2 left. There's only 2 left. Sitting pretty at number 2 is Harley Quinn. That is right, folks. Harley Quinn comes in at number 2. Number 2. This is something that was, I can guarantee you, heavily inspired last year. You know how much of a trending society we are. I can't believe something something on the level of this has trended so much that it carried over to the number 2 most searched for and sought after costume of 2017, when the movie that this costume is based on came out in 2016. That just blows my freaking mind. But yes, Harley Quinn is still alive and popping. Harley Quinn coming in at number 2. So of course you know what number 1 is. Number 1, there's only one left. Wonder Woman. And a lot of people are probably like, oh wow, big whoop, with all the news I've been hearing about that movie, Wonder Woman, number 1. It's not really shocking. It's not really shocking. Like I said, to me, the top 3 are not shocking, folks. The top 3 are not shocking to me in any way, shape, or form. And Wonder Woman being number 1, I'm sure a lot of people put that at the top of your list. I'm sure even if you're looking down your list and you're seeing a whole bunch of X's and stuff, you've probably got a check mark at the top of there, because Wonder Woman. is Wonder Woman, and I just feel like I almost saw it coming. You know, I almost saw it coming. So that is it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the game. How well did you do? Let me know in the comment section below how well you did, folks. I would love to know your results. Once again, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos. If you're new here and you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're also new here and you think I deserve a new subscriber after watching this, click that subscribe button as well. This series comes out once every month where I do all sorts of manner. I'm doing something like this month. I could be doing something completely different next month. That's just how this series is. That's just how I like to handle it, folks. So with that being said, folks, I hope you all did as well, or I hope you did better than I did guessing, because when I was making this, I was guessing like what was gonna be the top, and I did absolutely horrendous on this. But I hope you folks did better than I did. And with that being said, folks, I will see you all in the next video. Until then, I'm DimitriusMac. Happy Halloween, and I'm out. Peace.